Ibrahim Traore's gold gamble is starting to pay off. Burkina Faso's military government is riding a mining boom with record production, rising revenues and fresh international funding now flowing into the country. The Sahel nation has just secured a new funding of more than $33 million from the International Monetary Fund after a positive review of its economic program. On paper, that number is modest, but in global finance terms, the approval acts as a signal that Burkina Faso's economy still meets international standards despite an ongoing security crisis. For investors and lenders, it essentially functions as a green light. And the engine behind that confidence is gold. Burkina Faso is estimated to have produced roughly 94 tons of gold in 2025, the highest output in its history. Combined with strong global prices, this gold rush has reportedly paid the country's bills and eased pressure on the national budget. Now, economic growth has held steady as well. After expanding 4.8% in 2024, the economy is estimated to have grown about 5% in 2025. Now, that resilience stands out for a country currently sitting at the top of the Global Terrorism Index. Economists say the government's approach follows a simple three-part stabilization plan. First, authorities tightened revenue collection from mining sector, sharply reducing the fiscal deficit within a single year. Second, inflation cooled, with prices stabilizing enough to ease pressure on households. And third, borrowing has been kept under control, which allowed the government to maintain financial buffers even while funding security operations.
Burkina Faso's economy has proven resilient amid security and humanitarian challenges. Despite these adversities, program implementation has been satisfactory. Sound economic policies to improve governance and domestic revenue mobilization have contributed to creating fiscal space and supporting recovery, while keeping inflation under control and public debt on a sustainable path.
Gold, however, is only one part of the recovery strategy. The IMF has also approved a separate $124 million resilience funding running through to 2027. Now, that amount targets climate-resilient agriculture in a country where roughly 4 out of 5 citizens depend on farming rather than mining. The goal is to strengthen drought protection, improve disaster financing, and to reduce reliance on costly emergency food imports. History shows this strategy works. Past IMF support has helped Burkina Faso clear domestic debt and stabilize supply chains during earlier food shocks like the one during the Sahelian drought in 2012. But the IMF says major risks remain. While gold revenues are rising, officials warn the mining system still needs tighter oversight. They are calling for stronger controls to curb smuggling, clearer transparency in license approvals, and continued governance reforms. For now, Burkina Faso's gold boom is helping stabilize the economy and keep investors confident. But whether that momentum holds will depend not just on gold prices, but on security and reforms in the years ahead.
Power doesn't end quietly. Some deaths are not accidents. They are messages. A gunshot. A crowd. A country frozen. The killer disappears. The questions don't. This is not just about who died. It's about what followed. Governments fell. Armies moved. History rewrote itself. 5 leaders. 5 moments. One pattern. The assassination.